Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. I've got the fastest, cutest project for you, Christmas in July. The recording of this video, it's July 31st, and I thought still enough time to eke in one quick little Christmas in July project. We're going to make this treat box. And this is just too cute. It's a simple little stocking, made dimensional, holds a bunch. If you wanted to, you could punch a little hole in the box before you add the stockings on. Punch it about there, and then add a little loop to hang your stocking. You want to do it on that side so that your stocking kind of hangs with the toe down. Totally would make an adorable ornament, a great way to give some cash, cute little gifts like this. And the best part is you can get 4 of the box out of 1 sheet of paper, and it is super fast. All right, let me show you what we've got here. We are using my favorite, oh my gosh, I love these. I don't know if they flew under your radar, but Stampin' Up released the Stitch Stocking Dies. You get awesome quilt blocks. The stocking itself separates, and you can either have a quilted stocking or separate off and have a star quilt block. There's a pine tree gift, some great borders, good for sentiments. It's an amazing die set. You get a couple of hollies and the berries. Let me show you what I cut here for this project. There's a stocking, and I cut 2 of those from Real Red cardstock. Then that one I showed you with the details. Here's the detail stocking, and I cut 1 of those using this brand new designer series paper. It is called a Stitched Season, and it is also from the July online exclusive release. Got a cuff for our stocking. I cut that from basic white cardstock. The berries, you get 3 sets of berries in 1 pass. Those are also Real Red. And then the last little die, I cut some holly using this little die, all from the Stitched Stocking dies, and I used Granny Apple Green. All right, so once you've done that, super simple. Everything goes together really fast. The stocking is not symmetrical. So what that means is you are not going to put these dies back to back. If you do, you get something like that. You're going to put them front to front. So when you're cutting your stockings, you can cut this one that I am gluing my designer series paper to right now. You can cut that one on the messiest cutting pad in your die cut machine. It's no big deal because nobody's going to see the side that goes against the cutting pad. So if you're like me, I use my cutting pads until they die. When this cracks, not just cracks, but like cracks in half, that's when I throw this one away. And you can cut this one with that. But when you're cutting the one for the back, you're going to want to use a new or smooth, a newer plate without so many cuts in it, because the back side of this stocking is going to be the back side of your treat. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're cutting your stockings. I've got some liquid glue here, and you're going to want to be moderate with the glue because this quilt stitching will leave the glue place to ooze out. But you do want to get on each of those little segments. All right, so just go easy with the glue and pop that on. For the back side of your stocking box, you're going to want to turn this over, and you know that little bevel edge that makes or the die makes when it's cutting, you're going to use your bone folder and just gently smooth that edge. All right, set those aside for just a second, and let's get some dimensionals on the cuff of the stocking. And we can pop that on. And my holly I'm gonna grab a glue dot and put the holly together. So now I've got two little pieces that are stuck together, and I'm gonna stick it to a glue dot. Put that aside. Let's do a bit of quick stamping. I have a little banner here. It's about 7/16 by 1 3/4. It's from the More Messages dies. And I've got some Peaceful Pine ink. I've got 'Tis the Season for my greeting. Let's pop a Stampin' Pierce matte under there just for our best impression. And 'Tis the Season all the way to the right because we're going to turn that into a tag. Got my 'Tis the Season from Marisa Salutations. If you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you can pre-order this. This is from our September-December catalog, and only demonstrators can order it now. September 1st, it'll be available to customers. If you've ever thought about joining Stampin' Up, it's a great time to do it. August 4th, I believe, starts our Designer Series paper and cardstock sale. So you can join MarisaAlvarez.stampinup.net for a $100, get a $125 coupon to use on your first order. And then you can use that coupon to order brand new pre-order products like the Marisa Salutations. And also you can stack it up. You can stack up that kit, the coupon that you get when you buy a starter kit, and stock up on your Designer Series papers, cardstock, two-tone cardstock. Select designs in all those three categories will be on sale August 4th. All right, so I have two different ribbons here. I have Peaceful Pine and Stitched Real Red, and I just stacked them up after I cut the Peaceful Pine ribbon in half hot dog wise. All right, so let me show you my ribbons. These are really just gorgeous for the holidays. This is the Stitched Real Red, and it is also part of the same suite as the Stitched Stockings and the Quilted Christmas. This is the Peaceful Pine bordered ribbon, and I just cut it in half hot dog wise to make this fun triple bow decoration. Very festive for the holidays. Good way to decorate this stocking quickly. I cut them, or I tie them on the spool and then trim the tails to try to keep the amount of ribbon that goes in the trash down to a minimum. So there's my triple bow decoration. If you're making a lot of these and you just want to make one bow with the Peaceful Pine and don't cut it, that would look great too, especially if you got to make a lot. I'm going to go back to my glue dots here and pop this guy on the glue dot. I'm going to use two because it's kind of a big bow. All right, we're going to set everything aside for just a minute and grab a piece of Real Red cardstock. This is 4 3/4 by 4 1/4, and our Simply Score tool. Now, if you're new around here, when we do the videos, we add a project sheet to the blog, so you can go over to the link in the description below and grab the project sheet for this little stocking, and all your measurements will be right in that printable project sheet. All right, we are going to score the cardstock at 1/2, 1, 2 5/8, 3 1/8 on the 4 3/4 inch side. Then rotate and score at 1/2. And then we're going to work the scores with the bone folder and trim according to the template. Template photo will be on that project sheet. All right, 2 1-inch strips are on your left hand. 1-inch strip is across the bottom. We're going to cut an angle up to the first score line and an angle down to the first score line and take out the corner, see? And then we're going to bevel this right here so that when we close up the top of the box, it's nice and tidy along the top edge. All right, then back down to the bottom of the box. Got long rectangles and squares. Along the long rectangle, cut straight. And then on the square, cut an angle, pull out the bulk. Gonna cut straight up to the first score line, angle up to the first score line, and pull that out. Along the long rectangle, cut straight up to the first score line and into the square, cut a little angle. And that is your box for this stocking. And I made this one to fit this stocking die perfect. Wait till you see. All right, so we're going to take some tear and tape adhesive and put this guy together. I'm going to start with this glue tab. I'm going to add a strip along the fold and then remove the liner. All right, then fold in from on the second score and then fold back on the first score from the other side. And that will put the box together and allow you to store this flat. Now, if you wanted to, you could adhere the box to the stockings and leave the bottom open and store it. So if you're doing this in July and you don't want to pop them up and store them all completely finished, you don't have to. But we are going to finish this. We're going to stuff it with some great treats. And so I'm going to go ahead and adhere the bottom of the box. We'll tuck in the sides, add a little tear and tape across the bottom. I'm going to take these to market, and if I was taking these to market, which I will be, I would, before I flatten this up, stamp my little copyright Stampin' Up right on the bottom tab there. It's cheaper than stickers, and it fills that angel policy. All right, I got to find my seam. All right, there's my seam. We're going to bring this one to the back also. There we go. Now on the side with the seam, you're going to add a little bit of tear and tape, or if you're like me, you're going to add a lot of tear and tape. And then we're going to remove the liner and adhere it to the stocking. Now remember, it's going to go to the front of the stocking, and we just a minute ago had it upside down so we could smooth out the beveled edge. So make sure that you got your stockings and they're going the same way from the front view, and then put it in. And it's a little bit backwards because it's not a symmetrical die. So you're putting them front side to front side. All right, when you use this little box in this stocking, you're going to line up the top edge of the box with the top edge of the stocking, center it right to left, and what that will do is put the corner of the box exactly in the heel. All right, as long as that's good, you've got that all lined up, then you can burnish it and add some adhesive to the front of the box. You can do this with liquid glue. I'm not patient to hold it. I like that instant grab. All right, remove the liner. If you've got any overhanging the box, just fold it right up. And then line up this one so that it is centered with the top edges meeting at the top of the box there. And then before you burnish, make sure that the corner of the box is hidden in the corner of, or in the heel of the stocking. And there it is. That's simple. Let's go ahead and put a linen thread through our tag. I like to tie the tag on. You could stick it on right underneath the bow, especially if you're making a lot of these. You can cut out some of the extra ribbons and the extra steps, but if you want some wow ones, this is the way to do it. So thread the linen thread through. Then I like to pick the bow up and stick it right back down with the linen thread underneath. Then you've got this glue dots tail that you can hold on to while you tie the tag onto the bow. And having that little glue dot tail to hold on to makes the job easier. You don't have to try to tie a moving target then. And there is our tag tied to the bow. So cute. I love all the textures. This is definitely a wow stocking. And even with all the wow details, you see how fast it's coming together. All right, then trim off the spool and trim that edge. We can adhere our bow to the stocking. And then we can adhere our holly to the bow, but I'm going to double up dimensional behind one of the holly leaves and also stick the holly to the box. So it's not just going to be stuck to the bow. You take your holly on the glue dot and behind one of the leaves, add a half a dimensional, peel, stack a half of dimensional, or 2 minis will work. Then go ahead and put that on your stocking. A little bit of liquid glue to finish decorating with our die cuts. I've got the little holly berries here. And if you get too much, you can share the glue. Just dab it on something else. But pop those berries on. So cute. All right, let's stuff our stocking. I have a emery board, a candy cane, and a marshmallow Santa here. You can find these at the Dollar Tree. Mine are all from last year, from a couple years ago. To have them for July, I had to save them. But pretty soon, our Dollar Trees and Walmart, Target are going to be filling up with great little treats. So if you find other things that fit to stuff this stocking, please let us know. The Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social is the place where you can hang out with us and share your projects made with Stampin' Up! Supplies. Last little touch. I can't resist the peppermints. I'm so glad that Stampin' Up! Still has these adhesive peppermint embellishments. I'm going to add a couple of those onto the cuff of the stocking for a little extra color and interest. Little splash of festive cheer. And there it is. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season. Super fast. I hope you'll give them a try. And if you do, make sure you share in the Craft Social or tag us. You can tag us with Kitchen Table Stamper or hashtag KTS if you like. We'll look out for you. The link to the Craft Social is in the description below. If you'd like to join Stampin' Up! Or to shop Stampin' Up! 24/7, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. And if there's anything that I can do to help you stay crafty, reach out. Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.